Hello children, good morning everybody. How are you all? You are all happy and safe at home, right children? Yes? Yes, you are all very good children. You are happily sitting at home and enjoying the video lessons, right? Very good. Children, you are all able to do your home task. If you have any difficulty in your home task, you can always reach to your teacher. Okay, children? Don't worry about your homeworks. Okay? Shall we get back to our lesson, children? What were we discussing about? We were discussing about water, isn't it, children? In our last session, we have learned so much about water, isn't it? We have learned about uses of water, we have learned about sources of water, and we have also learned about groundwater, surface water, potable water. So many things you learned, right, children? Today we will learn one another important topic. Okay, that is about saving water. We all need water for many things, children. You know that, right? We discussed in our lesson also uses of water, isn't it? So, children, do you know that there is no proper supply of water? In many places, there is scarcity of water. What is the scarcity? Do you know that? Shall I tell you? Yes. Now, if Ishan wanted to have one full bottle of juice, but there is only half juice in that, there is not enough juice in the bottle, so that is called lack of enough juice. Is it? Lack of enough things, whatever we need, that is called scarcity. If you wanted to have one full bottle of water, but there is only half of the bottle filled with water, then that is called scarcity of water. We do not have enough water in that. Okay, not having the required quantities is called scarcity. Okay, children? So, there is scarcity of water everywhere. Many places there is no proper supply of water, as teacher said. Okay, so it's very important for us to save the water. Okay, now you might be thinking, teacher, we are very small. How can we save water? How can we do all those things? Now, children, teacher will show you few pictures wherein you can see that how there is scarcity of water, how people are struggling for water, how they are suffering because of the scarcity of water. Then you will all feel that yes, we also should do something, and teacher will also show you how you can save the water. Okay, children, shall we go to our picture screen and see all those things? Come on. See these children, as part of our lesson we are learning about saving water. Can you see these pictures? See how these people are trying to get the underground water from there. See this picture, though there is a well, people are finding it difficult to take the water out as there is no enough water. Water is always deep inside the wells. Okay, but in such cases, water will be very deep inside the well. And see this is a water body where people are taking water. See this, children, and can you see this picture? All the water source is getting dried up. You can see the land over here. Yes, scaly land. Understood, children? So now by seeing this picture, you understood that people are struggling a lot for water. There is no proper supply of water. Good that we are not facing all these problems. We are lucky enough that we are having the supply of water now. But we should save it for tomorrow, right, children? Now, if your parents buy you a big box of chocolates, what will you do? You'll eat it all the things same day. No, you will save it for tomorrow, for day after tomorrow. Isn't it, children? The same way we are good that, and we are lucky enough that we have water, but we should save water, otherwise we will also may have to face these things. Do you like to face all these things, children? No, right? So we will save water. How should we do save water? We can follow some small tips and save the water. Shall we see that in our screen? Yes, now see this, children. Let's do this to save the water. Saving water in the bathroom. Yes, we will all go there to brush our teeth, to take bath, isn't it? See, turn off tap while brushing teeth. We need not keep the tap running, right? The water should not be running over. See, take shorter baths. Spending lot of time in bathroom taking bath, it will waste lot of water also, isn't it, children? And see this, turn off tap while applying soap. Okay, when you are applying soap, you need not turn the tap. Next, turn off the tap after each use. Always you should observe that you are turning off the tap after using or not. And see this, some naughty kids do this. Don't flush tissue paper or waste into the toilets. Okay, if you do that, that will get stuck in your toilets, and further to flush it off, we need lots of water. Again, there is a wastage of water over there. We shouldn't do all those things, right, children? Shall we go to the next picture? Yes. See this picture, children? Let's do this to save water. Saving water in the kitchen. Yes. If you see this picture, what is this boy doing? He is washing the fruits and vegetables in a bowl of water. Okay. So instead of washing it without a bowl, if you keep a bowl and wash that, after washing your vegetables or fruits, that water you can use to water the plants, isn't it? Yes, you can take that water like this in jugs and water the plants. And you all might have seen the filters, water filters in your house like this, and some water will be coming out of that as it is getting purified. Yes, children? So that water, if you store it, then you can use it to wash the vehicles, your bicycles, your parents' bikes, cars, okay? So we should not waste water. Whenever there is a chance of saving water, we should do that. Okay, children? So today onwards, you will all pledge to save water. Okay, all the good children will do it. Who's going to do that? Show thumbs up. Yes, very good. Now children, shall we go back to our board and again understand what all we have discussed? Come on. Okay children, you understood about saving the water also, right? So as part of our lesson air and water, we have learned so many things. Shall we quickly recollect whatever we have learned, children? So air and water are the most essential elements. All the living things need air and water. Okay children, air and water are also natural resources. Okay, now while discussing about air, teacher told you, right, we can't see air, we can't touch air, but we can feel the air when it moves. Yes children, we all have done that by keeping our palm in front of us and blowing air onto it. Did we do that or not? Yes, we all have done that. Okay children, and we also have learned that air is everywhere. We have done one experiment with bowl of water and a glass. Yes, do you remember teacher was dipping a glass into that? Yes, and we also have learned about the properties of air. We understood 3 properties of air. What are they? Air fills things, air has weight, and air moves things. Yes, teacher has put tiny bits of paper in her hand and she has blown them, right children? You remember it? Yes, and we have also seen balloons and footballs. Yes? Yes. And children, moving air is called wind. What is wind? Moving air is called wind. And what is breeze? If anybody remembers, can you tell me that? Yes, the soft and gentle wind is called breeze. Soft and gentle wind is called breeze. What is a storm? A storm is a strongly blowing wind. What is a storm? Strongly blowing wind. Like a tornado. We have seen the picture of tornado, right children? So, there is another example of storm, that is gale. Remember the word children? That is gale. G-A-L-E, gale. Gale is also a example for storm. Okay children, you have this in your workbook. While answering that, please remember that it is a storm. Okay children, now we also discussed about air pollution, right? Yes, what are the things that are polluting air? Teacher discussed about two things that are polluting air. What are they? Yes, smoke and dust. Very good. You remember children? Smoke and dust. Okay, these all we discussed about air. And what did we discuss about water? We discussed about uses of water and we also discussed about sources of water. Can anybody tell me what is the main source of water? Yes, it is rain. Rain is the main source of water. Okay, and we have also discussed about groundwater, isn't it children? What is groundwater? The rainwater that seeps into the ground is called groundwater. And seeps, what is the meaning of the word seeps? What is it? Seeps. Seeps is nothing but soaking, okay? The water is getting soaked into the ground. And we also have learnt about surface water. The rainwater that we see on the land is called surface water. And one important word we have learnt about is potable water. What is potable water, children? The water that is fit for drinking is called potable water. It is pure water. Okay, children? And we have also learned about germs. What are germs? Germs are the tiny living things. They will be very small and we cannot see them with our naked eye. Okay, children? We might have seen some pictures, right? Wherein to see the germs we use a magnifying glass. You remember that children? Yes. So polluted air contains germs and bacteria. They make us sick. They cause illness. Okay, remember this. This also you will get in your workbook. Okay, germs cause illness. Okay, children? So, all these things you have in your textbook, right? All these things are new to you. So, what will you do now that we have finished our lesson? You will all open the textbook, read everything and underline the words which you didn't understand. And you know how to reach your teacher, right? So, if you have any doubts, you can always reach me and get the doubt clarified. Okay, children, don't forget to do your home assignments. Take care. Bye.